most exciting community in the entire world. If you haven't discovered it already, the YouTube gardeners are just amazing people. And they've started this little thing where they're nominating their favourite other YouTube gardeners to spread the gardening love. And I was fortunate enough to have been nominated by Sean James Cameron from the Horticultural channel. So if you haven't checked out his channel, I'll put a link down here and go and check it out because he is absolutely fab. What comes with being nominated is you have to answer a few questions about yourself. Oh, hello toast. Hello toast. Hello. Oh, you're distracting me, toast. So being nominated for the Allotment Challenge comes with a few responsibilities. We have to answer a few questions. So here goes. The first question is, how long have you had your allotment for? But we don't really have allotments here in New Zealand, we have gardens. We do have community gardens for people in the cities where they want to share growing their own vegetables and things like that. But on the most part, most people have enough space to put some kind of garden in their garden. I'm really blessed, we live rurally, and so I have a pretty decent sized garden. If I just show you just quickly. Now I don't know if you can see down the corner there's a very tall poplar tree. That marks the end boundary of our property. So we have about 3 acres. So that leads on to the next question. How long did you have to wait for your allotment? Well, I didn't have to wait, but I think I waited too long to start gardening. We moved here 8 years ago and that's when I started gardening. Mum and Dad always grew vegetables. It was a typical 1/4 acre property, put a veggie garden in the corner thing you do when you were growing up when I was a child. But I never really paid much attention. It's what Mum and Dad did. I wish I'd paid much attention. So I have been gardening for 8 years here in this garden. Raspberries, so good. And I've got this bird scarer tape humming above and it seems to be doing the trick. Hello, have you come back? Okay. So the thing is, the next question is, where did you learn about gardening? Well, clearly I didn't learn from my parents because I was too busy being a free-range child and not paying a lot of attention. I learned about gardening. I learned from books. I did a lot of reading. So I mostly learned on YouTube, believe it or not, which is really cool. There weren't that many gardeners doing videos on YouTube, and so at one stage you could probably say there wasn't a video that I hadn't seen. Some of my favourites from way back then, there's Sean, of course. I've been following him for like forever. Claire from Claire's Allotment. She's got so much great practical advice for the learner gardener and she's so friendly. Then there's Web Cajun down in South of America, and then, oh, that doesn't even sound right either. He's down in the bayou. Then there's Donna. Now she's at Rainbow Gardens and I've been following her since she had a square foot garden in Florida, and she has since moved in a more rural situation. And then John Kohler, where there's growingyourbgreens.com. He's pretty cool. I've been following him since he started digging up his garden way back. And then there's some that have fallen by the wayside, but the videos are still there, like Patty Moreno from Garden Girl TV. And there's just loads of them. So the old, just because it wasn't put out last week doesn't mean it's no good. There's loads of useful gardening videos out there. So, and it really helps you to see just how things grow. And now we have the next question. Do you garden all winter? This is where I'm really blessed because our climate is mild enough that we can garden all year round. We do have winter, it gets frosts, but we don't get snow where I am. And these babies, this is my kale, my Calvino Nero. and my flower sprouts, they will be in for the duration of the year, and you'll see me pull them out next spring. So they are a winter staple, and so we grow brassicas all year round. We put the onions in on the shortest day, carrots all year round, beetroot all year round, you name it. Well, not the summer things like the tomatoes and things, but yeah, we do grow a lot of crops all year round. It's really cool. And now we get to talk about our success of the year. And the season's just starting, so there's not really a lot to go on just yet, and I have high hopes for a fabulous season. But I think so far we need to talk about my onion harvest, because in years gone by, this has been success. And that was kind of disappointing. This year, let me see, where do I start? This is pretty good. Is that my biggest one? I don't know. Maybe that's my biggest one. Or that one? Or that one? Or that one? My onion harvest this year has been spectacular. I am so proud of it. So if the rest of the year goes as well as my onions have, then I've got something exciting to look forward to this summer. And you should come along and join me, because like I said, we're just getting started. Now, right. And now we can't help but talk about failure. This is not supposed to be horizontal. It's my peas. And they're pretty fab. I mean, look at this. And they are so good. But they're the tall variety. And I think we're just a little bit too exposed here, because every year I battle with keeping them upright. So I think this might be the last year I try and grow tall peas in the spring, because it's just the weather's not right for it. It's too harsh. So I shall grow dwarf peas. All is not lost. I can still have peas. The other disaster so far this year, has been my health. I have MS, which is a pain in the... Yeah, and so most of the time I'm fine. I'm okay. But so far this spring, I've just been really knocked around a bit. So the videos haven't been as frequent as they could have been. But sometimes you have to do what your body tells you to do, and it's been telling me to rest. Having said that though, all of this beautiful garden is my therapy. It's what keeps me healthy. I'm outside, I'm digging, I'm growing things, and eating the freshest food possible. I mean, you can't beat it. So even with the things I struggle with my health, I can still create this. So if I can, anyone can. People really should grow their own food. Now I can't believe I'm sat here outside my potato crop, because it's not looking the best. But that's what it is. It's like sometimes gardening goes well and sometimes it doesn't. But there will be little nuggets of gold under these scraggy plants. Now the next question is, do you have a tried and true variety that you always grow? I have to say, there's two kinds of potato I always grow. I always grow the Jersey Bennies, because they are perfect for Christmas Day. And I plant them the 18th of December is 100 days till Christmas. And Jersey Bennies take 100 days, and so I time it perfectly. 18th of September, my Jersey Bennies always go in, and I always dig them out on Christmas Day. And then the other one I grow is Liam Hardy, which is a fab variety. It makes the loveliest chips. But then I grow two others, and I mix those up to whatever I feel like growing. Try something new or what have you. But so yeah, always the Jersey Bennies for Christmas Day. You can pay up to $25 a kilo for them on Christmas Eve. So it makes sense. Growing your own is so rewarding. So this bed here is my odds and sods bed, and it links in with the next question, is what new things are you growing this year? I always like to have a bed where I can play, so grow unusual things, well, things that are unusual for me anyway. We have okra. I grew those last year and I loved them, so I want more. Peanuts are in here. I'm trying chickpeas again, but their yield is really low. There's marshmallows. I'm going to have a crack at making marshmallows. I've got popcorn in there. What else? Trying tomatillos for the first time this year. Also trying African gem squash, epazote. What else am I trying? Foot-long runner bean things, yard-long runner beans. We shall see what they're like. And soybeans. And also this really fab, colourful corn called Painted Mountain. But the problem is I don't know how you use it. So if anyone knows how to use these corn, please let me know. I'm a sucker for something exciting. Okay. The next question is, how do you preserve your harvest? Well, this is a good way. So good. And once again, this wire, this tape is doing a great job of keeping the birds out of my strawberries. I preserve a lot by freezing. We have enough, we're pretty much self-sufficient all year round in our vegetables, which is really cool. I preserve. These go really well in vodka, strawberry vodka. Oh, it's amazing. I make pickles and preserves and jams, and I just, whatever I can that piques my interest. So sometimes I preserve for fun, and then sometimes I preserve because it's good to have that kind of thing in the cupboard. But nothing, you don't like strawberries? You there? Want some strawberries? Nothing goes to waste in the garden. And the last question is, what favourite meal do you like to grow off the plot? Well, you're just following me around. Come here. Oh, right. Someone wants a bit of the limelight. So, what's my favourite meal from the plot? Well, the thing is, I like whatever is fresh, and I love coming to the garden with my little trug and deciding what to have for dinner while I'm standing in the garden. At the moment we're just loving spinach and whatever comes to, whatever we can throw it in, because it is so prolific. The spinach is just absolutely fabulous at the moment. And then we've just eaten so many asparagus and the broad beans. We actually liked the broad beans at the end of all of that, so that was a turn up for the books. But as things come right, I can't wait for the cucumbers, and I can't wait for the tomatoes, and I can't wait for the peppers, and I can't wait for the blueberries, and I can't wait for everything. It's just, I just love having fresh produce right here in the garden. And here's another one of my gardening buddies. This is Joey.
Hey.
He likes to help in the garden as well. So one of the other things that you have to do with this nomination is pay it forward. And so my 3 favourite gardeners that haven't already nominated, well, I hope they haven't been, are, of course, Donna from Rainbow Gardens, who I mentioned earlier. You need to follow her. She has the best channel, and I've been following her for like forever. And then another one who's just really lovely. I love watching her. She's so clever. And that is Kay Kitterell from the Late Bloomer channel. I'll put links to all of these on there. And of course, my good friend Bren. Now she is fabulous on Twitter and social media. She just knows how to work it. But she also has a YouTube channel, and she has just put in a geodesic dome into her garden in Ohio. And so she's able, despite the fact that it gets pretty cold there, to be able to garden through the winter. So she's a really great one to follow. So I'll put a link to her channel as well. So check them out, they're absolutely fabulous. And we can't ignore the fact that it's nearly Christmas. So from my summer garden, I just want to wish you all out there a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. And I shall keep popping up a few videos over the holiday season because that's when my garden is doing its thing. So thanks for watching. Come again soon. I'll do an update of the garden very, very soon. And thanks for watching. Bye.